Alright then, hello everyone, my name is Nick Potato and welcome to a quick tutorial video. I've been asked to do this by Ollie, which is basically the only person who's asked for this, but obviously I think other people would want to know how to do it as well, like people starting off and whatever. So yeah, let's jump into it. So I'm going to be showing you how to edit using a free software and where to get it and how to record your audio separately and make it sound good for free if you want it. So first off, what you want to do is open up Google and then type in hit film for Express. And when you go into their website, you just click let's do this, get hit film Express for free, and then you do one of these things here. So you don't even have to do that. You just click it and then exit off it. You do all this and whatever, and then after that you'll download it or pop up, and then what you do from there is you go into where it was, you click open, you go through all the setup, and then once you've done that you open up the software, and then this is what will be in front of you. Okay, so what you want to do here is go up to new. Now depending on what you've been recording at, this will be different. If you've recorded it on a PS4, then it'll be 7, then you can change it to 720p HD, 29.97 FPS, and that is what it will be on a PS4, which is what mine was. You can also put it into 1080p as well, but you'll have to scale it up and it won't look very good. But for now I'm going to do 1080p 30 FPS for the example that I'm doing. Don't worry about the sample rate and the whatever, don't worry about any else of this. Only change this thing for now. So what you're going to do here is click start editing, which brings you onto this screen here. There's different screens that you can have. If you want to have this on one monitor, the view on one monitor, and then all the editing on one monitor, you right click on the black thing, float container, and then it's here. Then if you want to drag it over to your other monitor and then full screen it, you can do that. Or you can just grab this, move it back. I like to use the classic panel because that just makes everything a little bit smaller and you got more room to edit, and you got a bigger view and range. Now if you want to get your stuff, then if you're getting it on PS4 like Ollie does, then you want to put it on a USB and then plug it into your computer, then go into your files, and yeah, this will be the same for everything. Then you go on to wherever the file location is. I'm just going to use this as an example. This is going to be a good example because this is like 22 minutes long and there's going to be quite a bit of shit. Okay, yeah, this is going to be what I'm going to use then. So what you want to do from here is open it up, click on the one that you want to use, and then drag it over to the left side. Or what you can do is go into import, then find your file location again, mine's here, then click on it and open. Then it'll open up in here where it's going to load it in. Also what I recommend doing while you're editing this is right clicking down here on the taskbar, going to task manager, and then what you want to do here is it'll start up like this. You want to click more details, then on hit film, right click or drop down, right click on that, go to details, find where it is, mine's right here, it'll be highlighted blue, then right click, set priority, then go high. That'll just make everything a little bit faster. So what you want to do from here is wait, okay, and then it's loaded up. You want to drag this from there into here, make sure it's bumped up against the start here, and then what you find is you'll be able to play your video. Okay, there you go. What's best to do here is wait until the audio tracks show up and the video tracks show up. What you want to do is zoom in a little bit so you can see a little bit closer in, and I'm going to keep it about here, just so you're a little bit more zoomed in and you can see where to cut more precisely. This is a problem with this that I'm not going to go over right now. I'll go over it a little bit. Okay, so in my OBS you're going to see a little bit of fucking weirdness here. So in my OBS I record in separate tracks. So my mic audio records in a different track to my desktop audio, but HitFilm doesn't support that. So yeah, that's something to be mindful of if you're recording with OBS. It should be fine if you record it in single track. It will be that as standard, but yeah, any PS4 clips or anything will be normal like this, and you'll be able to hear all the audio. But because this doesn't support multiple audio, then yeah, that's not going to work. But this should be fine for now. Don't need the audio from me anyway. So the real basic shit you want to start off with is what buttons do what. So this is the selection tool. You just select different bits of the tracks, drag them around, do whatever. And yeah, when you've got this selected, you can make this blue symbol appear if you are at the end, and then that can be just used to crop stuff and trim stuff down just on the ends of the tracks, and then you can drag that back. Now if you don't want that to happen, then you can just press Control Z as many times as it lets. Well, not as many times as it lets, as many times as you want to go back, and then it will go back to what it was. Okay. Then the next tool you'll be wanting to use, I'm not going to go over all the tools just because some of them are useless. This is a bit laggy right now because I'm just playing it while it's not loaded. It should be fun for you. Next tool, the drag tool, I've never used that. The slice tool is very useful. So you want to note that the letter next to what it says, if you hover over it, slice tool is C and the selection tool is V. You press them on your keyboard like this and it will select it for you. So what I'm going to do now is use the slice tool. This lets you just slice wherever you click. Okay. Then I'm going to undo that because I don't want that. And what you can also do is play through it. And then say I want to cut right when I turn around to the place that I'm going. If I want to cut right there, you pause it there. And you'll see this red line appear when you hover over it. Then you click. And that will cut it right on where the line is. Also, you will see this symbol as your mouse, but for some reason that's off for me. Mine's a little broken, I don't know why. But yeah, you can do that. And then if you want to cut out a little bit, say you want to cut right here, this little bit's useless to me, then what you want to do is cut right where the line is again, and then you press V, which will make it this tool again. You click on it. You can either right click and then delete, or you can click on it and then press the delete key on your keyboard, and then that'll get rid of it. Now if you've got this gap here and you don't really want it there, you can either drag it back to where it's ending, where you want it to go, like make them meet, or what you can do is, it doesn't matter how far it is on this one, then you can right click in the gap here, right click in whatever gap, and then ripple delete gap. What this will do is I'll bring it both together at the exact same time, and then you can play it through, and then there's the cut. Okay. Also, if you want this to run a little bit faster, you can move your mouse up to here where it says full. You can use the drop down. You can make it half of the quality or a quarter of the quality. This won't affect the actual outcome of it, but it will make it faster when you do it. I'm just going to set mine to quarter because I don't really need to know what's going on here, and then that'll make it just a little bit faster for you to do stuff, and it will be faster for it to load. Okay, so the next thing we want to go over is some of the tools that you won't be needing very often, but it can come in useful in sometimes, like if you're making montages or whatever, then this tool can come in handy, the rate stretch tool. You can click on it or press S. But what this does is it makes the duration of the clip however long you drag it to. So it'll put it in slow motion or whatever. If you drag it further away, speed it up if you put it closer. So you see this is faster. Okay. Then if I move this over a little bit and I drag it out, to here, then go to the start and press play. Then it's in slow motion. You can see how the frames are much slower. The reason it looks so shit is because it's on quarter quality. I'll bump that up to half just so it looks a little bit better. And as you can see, now it's in slow motion. Now I want to revert this. Get it so the full clip's back to where it was. Okay, there's the full clip. Again. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's just got rid of the whole thing, but it's fine. Just drag it back. Okay, now we get onto the more complicated stuff like motion tracking. You're going to use motion tracking if you want to track a object and make it the focus of the point. If you're doing like funny moments or whatever, you see a body fly across your screen or whatever, then this can be useful. And this is going to use something called a composite shot, which is what you will do most of your stuff like this in, like adding text, all that kind of stuff. You have to do motion tracking in a composite shot. So if I want to, say if I want to start here, and I want to track this little house right here, what I can do is I will cut at the points where I want them to be, where I want the motion track to be. If you let this load up, it will make it much easier. But for now, I'm just going to play it because, yeah, you can do this for long. You can do it as long as you want. But yeah, I'm going to do it right here. Then press V again. Select it. You can either right click on it and make a composite shot. You can use Control M, or what I normally do is I click on it and then press this little button right here. And that makes it a composite shot. I normally name all the shots. I normally name all the composite shots numbers after how many there are. So I'll name this one 1, the next one 2, the next one 3, etc. So this is where the composite shots come in. You'll see up here these two tabs here. This is the editor where everything comes together, and you'll see now that this is named after your composite shot. Okay, so what you can do from here for the motion tracking is click this little drop down here, then go to tracks and then click the plus icon, then click down on this tracker here, and it'll appear at the left side here. What this is you can either use single point, which means tracks one place, and then double point, which is position, scale and rotation, or single point is position only, which you probably want for most of the time. So to start, you'll see this right here. You can either do an automatic tracking, which you can increase this here, then place the X over what you want to track. Okay, you see this red square? This is the object that you want to track. You can use the scroll wheel to zoom in and out, which is what I like doing, and then right click to drag around outside of the box, and then left click moves this around. So you want to resize this to the size of it. And that's about it. Yep. And then this green one is where it's going to track each frame, where it's going to check each frame for where this is. So you want to make sure that that is in the middle. And then what you want to do, if you want to do it automatically, sometimes it might fuck up, but you just click this right here. Or if you want to do it like all in one go, click it here. If you want to do it frame by frame just to check, then you click here. For now, this is an easy track, so I'm going to do this, and then it'll track it frame by frame. If it thinks it's going off, then it'll stop, and you can have a little check. Then you can press play again. And then all these X's are where it is each frame. That's still fine, so I'll keep tracking. I'm trying to pause this so you can see. I'll zoom out. Okay, you see here the other track's gone off, and all of these are gone. What you want to do here is backtrack until you find the frame where it went off, which is where this little X is here. And I think it did that because it went out of this green box here. Okay, so you want to drag these, and then you can press comma and full stop to go back and forward frames. And then you want to drag these manually to where it is, and then from here you can click play again, and then hope it doesn't fuck up. If the shot movements where you move your camera or anything and it goes outside, I'm just going to quickly pause that just to make sure that it's doing it right, which it's not. I want to extend this a little bit. I'm just going to go back a few frames. Okay. And then we want to go back here, place this on top of it again, make it a little bit bigger, and then obviously this fucks up a lot, this automatic one, so I'd normally just go frame by frame anyway. So we want to drag this back. I do the comma and full stop method mostly, just so I know it's an actual good track. It's a manual one that I've done myself. This can take some time to do, but it makes sure that the track is actually good. As you can see, it's caught onto his finger, so I'm going to move it up a little bit. Then press comma, full stop until the hand's gone. Okay, and then we can go back to track this. So I'm going to move this back, enlargen it a little bit, carry on. It seems like it's fucking up a lot now, so what you're going to do is just keep pressing full stop for this track. This is how I used to do all of mine. Takes a while, but it makes it look better if you do it manually. Some people may be lazy and then not want to do it, but what I normally just make this bigger anyway, so you can just see the dot if I'm doing it manually. It doesn't take up any more processing power or anything, so. Okay, now it's got to the end. I can't go forward anymore, and when I click this, it'll come up with this. That's fine, because it's got to the end. You can see that this is the timeline, and as I scrub back, you'll be able to see it going around the track. But now what we want to do is go over to the left here. If you want to put something on top of it, like a picture or something, then you can. I'm just going to quickly do that. Okay, what you want to do is go into media, import, and then just find a picture of your choice. I'm just going to do the PUBG logo because that's what I've got on hand. And then it'll appear here. If you want something with a clear background, it'll have these in it, but it's a clear background, and make sure it's a PNG. Then what you want to do is drag this onto your timeline, then go into viewer. Well, after you've done the track, go onto viewer, and then this will be where it is. And you go back onto your track, right here, and then if it's on transform and you want to put a picture by it, then click on layer and then click the one that your thing's on. Don't worry about these, and then click apply. You want to find where your picture is, make it above the layer, and then you don't want to move it around by dragging it. You want to go on to controls, transform, and then use the anchor point to determine where you want it. You can scale it up and down, that's fine. Let's just move it to where I want it. No, fuck it, that's fine. Okay, after that, what you want to do is just press play. And then what that'll do is it'll track the picture to it, right there. And that's it basically. If you want to do a motion track, then you go onto here, you go onto tracks, tracker, and then you go over to the track tab here. You want to make this stabilize, then click apply. What this will do is will stabilize your video to that point, and then just make it so the middle of the screen is on that point at all times. As you can see, it's moving the thing around just to keep that bit in the middle. to make it so there's no black bars on the outside, you can go onto controls, transform, and then zoom it in a little bit so it's focused on that right there. Then press play. Then it's just focused on that tiny little house there from the track that we just made. It's not very smooth because it was just quick, but yeah, that's the basic idea of it. Then if we go back onto our editor, then this is the composite shot here. We scroll back and watch it. There you go. That is in your video now. And that is the basics of motion tracking. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to add audio into this, like sound effects or whatever, and then make it so it's above the audio of the game. So you want to go to import again. All of these you're going to have to go into import. Then go where you have your sounds or whatever. We're just going to do the Kirby Infused Album theme and then open. Then it'll appear here. And now in this little bit here, you can make the track go in and go out. So say if I want it to start, if I want it to start after that bit, then you click in, and then if I want it to end there and not play the rest of it, then you click out, and then that'll highlight it there and black out the other bits. Then you just drag it from here and you add it into another audio track down below, and then there you go. Skip this forward a bit. And that's it. That's all you have to do for adding audio and whatever. You can also add audio effects and whatever from down here. You can find all the audio ones in this tab, like right here. Just put telephone audio on it. Just drag it onto whatever audio you want. Then if you want to edit that and tune up the gain and whatever, then this is probably going to blow your ears out, so yeah, get ready. Ouch. Okay, let's just delete that for now, because we don't want that massive thing there. Okay, also if you want to add video effects, click on the clip, drag it over it so you can see, and then all the effects are down here. You can pick out any of these that you want. Let's add color grading. If you want to make changes to what the video is, then you just drag it onto the video. And then you'll see here, you can edit it, whatever. Yeah, you can make it whatever color you want. Turn up saturation, lightness. Let's just play that back. And then that's what it'll be. I'll undo that for now. If you make it like zoom in and out, then you cut it, cut wherever, and then press V, select it. You can click it, go and make it a composite shot. I'm gonna call this one too. And then go here, transform, and then these ones are gonna set keyframes at the start, and then wherever you edit it, it'll set another keyframe. So it transitions from whatever to whatever. I'm not going to explain it because it'll explain itself. So whatever ones you want, just click them at the start. So I want scale. And then you'll see this appear. Then you go in however many frames you want, or you just click play. So I want it here. I want to edit the scale here, make it zoom in. So from this keyframe to this keyframe, it will zoom in from 100%. To whatever you put it at right here, which is 184, and this will work for most of your stuff if you put it in a composite shot. So there you go, just like that. Then if you want to add like something at the start, like where it fades from black into your video, or you want to add like a crossfade between these, then you go into your effects here, and then transitions video, then the dissolve, and then cross dissolve. This will like fade between your videos. It will lag a little bit if it's on full, so I'll stick it on half. If you got a shit PC and it lags a lot, when transitions go through, it doesn't matter. When it renders out, it should be fine, like that. And then if you want it to fade from black, then you just grab the cross dissolve here, and it'll fade from black into your video. There's all sorts of edits here, like in presets and whatever. You can add like film looks and whatnot. You can add effects. Let's add a strong sun wash to this. So it's going to fade in from black. This just means it's clear, but it fades in from black. Then this will crossfade into our track. Which now has the effect on of the sun wash. And that's about it for the basics of the video editing. You can just follow that and use all the simple shit. And what I'm going to show you next is about making your audio sound good. So yeah, let's go for that. So the next thing we're going to be looking at is another free piece of software called Audacity. Probably most of you know about it, because a lot of people use it. Even people like big YouTubers or whatever, they still use this. You go onto their website, which is up here, or you can just type in Audacity and click on it. Then you click on this, download Audacity 2.21. This might look like a website that's going to give you a virus, but it 100% not. Then after you've downloaded it, then you can open it up, and then this is what you'll be greeted with. If you want to change your microphone, then you can use this bit here next to the symbol. Click on the drop down menu and you can change it to whatever you want. I've got my webcam mic, my Blue Snowball, and my Razer headset. Then you don't need to mess with any of this. This is the output, what it'll output to. So I'm going to leave that on my headset. And then record, pause, play, stop, skip to start, skip to end. And then this is your microphone volume here. You can down. And then this is the playback volume. Okay, now you're just going to click record and then record on random line. Hello everyone, my name is Nuclear Potato and welcome to a new video. So what you want to do here is leave something at the end or something at the start, just that's clear, so all your background noise can be filtered out. What you want to do to get rid of this background noise is find a place where you've not said anything, then drag it out, and then go onto effect, and then go to noise reduction, and then get noise profile. What this will do is capture that noise profile from what's on there and remove it from all of your audio. And then you want to click off that, press Ctrl A, which will select everything, then go to effect, noise reduction again, and then just put it to my settings are fine, and click OK. Then that'll get rid of all the background noise from all of your audio. I'm just going to play that back. Hello everyone, my name is Nuclear Potato and welcome to a new video. Okay. If you want to delete any parts of the audio, just drag it and then press delete. Then it'll delete the part of the audio. But what we want to do now is Control A. We're going to go to Effect. We want to normalize the audio so all the peaks are the same. Do the same as mine. Then that'll make it significantly louder. Hello everyone, my name is Nuclear Potato and welcome to a new video, which will make it better for when we compress and use EQ. So we just want to compress. You can change all your settings to what is here. I think they're all the same, I'm not sure, but it just changes that. And click OK. Hello everyone, my name is Nuclear Potato and welcome to a new video. I can't explain what these do, but it does make your audio sound better. then go to effect again, make sure everything's selected, then you go over to equalization, then change all your stuff to what mine is. So this is pushing up the lows so it's more bassy, and also pushing up the highs, and then dropping the mids so these stand out more. This is just what it is, just don't ask, and click OK. It makes your audio sound a lot better. Hello everyone, my name is Nuclear Potato and welcome to a new video. And there you go. That is how you make your audio sound well. You can also add a lot of other effects here, like change the pitch, speed, tempo. You can distort it. Okay, I don't know what this does. Hello everyone, my name is Nuclear Potato and welcome to a new video. I suppose it's like bass boost or whatever. Same as the other one, you can click Control Z. Said wah wah, I don't know what that is. Apply. Hello, my name is Nuclear Potato and welcome to a new video. Okay, alright, yeah, and then to save it and put it in your video editing, you can go to File, then Export, and export as MP3 or WAV. Don't use any of the other ones, but yeah, exports that. Or you can click Export Audio, and then choose whatever you want from here. I'm gonna go with MP3, and then save it to wherever you want, and then it'll save it. And then just go on to hit film, go on import, and then import the audio, and then drag it underneath, and there you go. So there you go, that's been a basics tutorial of how to edit, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Tell me if you want more.